Today may be the day that we finish the first of the outings for the good boy Phoenix Wright in his Ace Attorney trilogy. I believe I have been reliably informed we have not a lot to go in case 1-5. Today, this episode could be the day that we ascertain the truth at last, we stick it to the people that are truly responsible, and we point to them and say, hey, you guilty, stop it. That's what we're going to do today, and we're going to have fun doing so. Welcome in Twitchland, and welcome in YouTubeland as well, wherever and whenever you're enjoying this new edition of the show from. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And if you do enjoy it, if you do end up enjoying what you see here, if you're in YouTube land, you can always let me know by leaving your likes and comments down below. And please feel free to subscribe and hit the bell as well. All of those things are very, very super helpful and very, very super appreciated. So as I said, Rise from the Ashes is getting close to the conclusion. We've only got the trial latter to go. And as we hop right back into the action, after hopefully getting the person who we believe to be truly responsible for being the master of puppets, one Damon Gant, hopefully getting him on the ropes a bit. This is sort of our last-ditch effort to try and get him to crack and squeal and confess to everything, or at least we will make him crack and squeal and confess to everything. That is our hope and plan. As people come into the chat, I see NHL Fan, I see Double Barrel Shogun, and my usuals are in here. Hello to all of you. And we are doing good here. We hope you're all doing well yourself. And let's begin. So we are just in for a quick recess as we try and get ready for the final assault to try and take the truth by the hands and go, it's mine, yoink. I want the truth. Looks like we've managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. That chief. Man, he's something else, eh, pals? Detective Gumshoe! You're just standing there? I imagine he just stands there and just, you know, if he stood still, he then lacks the object permeance, like, nobody can see him. He turns into, like, a, you know, a completely see-through apparition, and nobody really knows that he's there, even though he's just, like, standing there doing nothing. It's like those, like animals of prey, try and not move, so in order to not make a predator see them, because they, you know what predators are like. They can sense movement, they can smell fear and whatever. So Gumshoe doing exactly that. yeah, I'm not a detective anymore. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about now. You're probably not going to be able to afford another pot noodle for the rest of your life. Nah, don't worry. I've already decided where to work now. At your office. My office? Sure! I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with! Wait, did he mean Maya? No, Gumshoe, I forbid you to put your hair into a top knot and also wear pink and purple robes. I forbid this. If you don't do that, then I'll think about it. Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Gant's done it again! How's he always getting the upper hand? It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said?
But Chief, that is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered.
He's doing it because we have him literally, like the predator becomes the prey, as they say. Yes. I'm just gonna move some bottles and cans to the side here so that I have my water ready to go. Freshly refilled, so freshly fresh and cool from the fridge. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, that's so good. Alright, let's go. Risks? What did he mean by that? It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. Mystery person says this. Let's find out who says it.
Oh, you mean he forfeits his right to testify too?
Yo, Emma! She's back! Whee! And hopefully she's doing better now. Are you okay?
Yeah. When I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery.
So she heard everything that's been going on.
Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before.
No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved.
Relieved?
Yeah. Now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man! And she did it all just to protect me.
Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside, to force herself to do anything and everything the Chief told her to do.
Oh, that must be why she became so cold.
Complete emotional shutdown.
It was all my fault. It's not because I murdered Mr. Marshall.
Hey, don't go blaming yourself now! If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal! You are a victim of the literal societal condition! Don't you worry about it, pal, sister!
Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor.
I see. Well, we better get back. It's time for the final act. Emma, why don't you wait here?
No, I'm going with you.
Ah! You have literally just woken up from fainting. Lady, you need to chill. You're still pre-adult age. Rest. Just take a step back, man. Yeah, not murder. Accidental manslaughter, like an unfortunate accident that resulted in the passing of somebody else, not maliciously. You need to take the... Yeah. They have been pretty strong-handed, you know, like, saying that something that isn't really premeditated and calculated murder is still murder. Like, manslaughter is a word that does exist in the dictionary, guys. You gotta cool off a bit, Jesus. Yeah.
I want to be there when Lana tells the truth.
Let's go, Wright. It's time to end this. It's time to duel. Do I have any lawyer dual monster cards in my deck, I wonder? No, I played too many pot of greeds. Darn it. Alright, we saved, and it's said to be continued. We've literally just started, so that means we continue right the heck now! February 25th, 2:21 PM, District Court. Courtroom number 9 for the final chase! For justice! Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Skye, please stand up and take the stand? I thought I'd lighten the mood by quoting Slim Shady first. Miss Lana Skye, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years.
Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Skye. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth.
Of course. The truth. Lana! No matter what happens, I'll always be your sister!
Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant.
Alright, everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant.
I'm sure there's a movie title in there, Get Gant. Like, it's like Get Smart, or what is it? I'm sure there's another one, like Get Carter, that's what I was thinking of. It's not Get Carter, it's Get Gant. So, testifying about Gant and the fabrication. Alright.
I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to his blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago, all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Just to purely get a conviction, Are you sure about this testimony?
Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But Lana!
If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me.
But what if she's telling the truth?
She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Yeah. This is no time to start second-guessing myself.
The defense may now begin the cross-examination. Thank you, Judgy. I intend to see everything Lana has to say, because we always do that. We always get him to say everything. Remind myself of the evidence that we are continually carrying here. Yeah, the evidence law that we have currently, that's fair. Piece of cloth bears Emma Sky's prints. That's going to be a talisman piece of evidence at some point, but I don't know yet. We have the evidence list, which had the drawing on the backhand, which we now know that the blue badger effigy, the shadow, wasn't actually the blue badger, but it was this vase that then, when we had to look at the bloodstains and connecting the dots, it wrote Emma to sort of, unfortunately, implicate Emma in doing all of this. But yeah. Let's see what else she has to say about everything. Hold it! How many years exactly?
Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years.
Detective Gant and Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases.
She must have been good coming from the same school as Mia.
Damon Gant was a respectable detective, and that's why...
There's no truth to the blackmail. Come on now, search your feelings, Lana. You know that to be false. Hold it! But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail.
You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip.
Ah.
I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And...
You fabricated everything by yourself. At the behest of someone else. At the command of somebody else. Because you are like a marionette, perfectly strung up and being played by the real menace behind everything. Yes, I think so. Hold it! So did you do so to help your sister?
Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life.
But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything.
That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Lana!
So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago? You rearranged crime scene when finding Prosecutor Marshall's body. Oh yes? Hold it! You say you did this all by yourself?
Yes.
Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene?
It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body.
What?! But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident! On the suit of armor's knife weapon.
That's only a situation you dreamed was possible.
Huh?
The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement.
You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark?
Something like that.
If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife.
Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle.
Now that's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies.
Oh, diggity dang it.
All just to protect me.
Oh, hi, special effects streamer. Oh, hi, special effects team! Hello. Yeah, I guess that cat's gonna be now out of the bag here. If you didn't know, down below, if you're watching this on my Twitch channel, you'll see down below that next to the follower count down there, you see that there's now a team that I am proudly advertising on the end there. I am part of the special effects team. I got a lovely invitation by the special effects team, who's now trying to destroy all the evidence of this. So the cat's got out of it now. There's no need for the bag. But yeah, that is now proudly displayed on the bottom. I am a member of the special effects stream team, and will obviously be in for doing some more special things. Let's see what I did there with the special effect team in the coming months or so. So do stay tuned. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yes, hi, hello to the team. Whoever's running the account there, it is lovely to have you. For me doing some acing of the attorneys, and it is very fun. We are nearing the end of the game and the end of the big case. It's gonna be good. So, when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Oh, of course, I should have guessed. I should have guessed its page. Special things, chaos, madness, charity, goodness. Yeah. Look, what's obvious on mobile. Then desktop. Yeah, you'll get that on the desktop side of things. If you're looking at this on an internet browser on your PC or your laptop, you'll get it there. But yeah, special effect team is now proudly displayed as my lead team down there. If you can see it, if you're on the browser, you can see it down there now. So that's, yeah, very exciting. And yeah, plans are in the works, definitely, for joining in for some of the events coming up. Stay tuned, watch this space. Yeah. Yes. Oh, this is new.
I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, and then moved the body.
Right. How'd you manage to break the tip of the knife? How did you manage to break the switchblade knife? Excuse me, how? That's strange. Well then, you gotta talk about this in a little bit. Hold it! It's also insane over streams, and then you moved the body, you broke off the... I shouldn't have paid attention to the chat, because then I've now missed words in the game. But I think there's something. You managed to break the tip of the switchblade knife? And then plunge it into the body? But why? Why would you do that?
You of all people should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
Well, my head isn't that bad, but, maybe I ought to ask for the sake of the others.
Why did you plant the knife? I think. But why would you do that?
Come now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure it out.
Very well, let's add this to the witness's testimony. The reason Miss Sky fabricated the knife. Yes, brand new piece added.
I knew the tip of the weapon found buried in his body would be all the proof we needed.
So, I see. Gotta press it. Hold it! According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, right?
Yes, and leaving it at that might point the blame away from Dark. I felt the most effective way to get him convicted would be by having the tip of his knife found inside the victim's body.
So, you buried it inside the victim's stab wound?
Yes. Because I hated Dark for what he did.
No. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. We haven't pressed this yet, so let's go for it. Hold it! So you rearranged the crime scene? Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer?
How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period.
Are you so desperate to hide that fact? You're willing to risk the death sentence?
No, she's lying. She didn't say I wouldn't be blamed for what happened. In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying!
Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself.
There's no way she could have done it alone!
I've got to get Lorna to talk more. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction.
Yeah, she's bound to. Okay, there's no truth. You fabricated, somehow broke the tip off Dark's knife, planted it, and then moved the body. The tip of the weapon found bearing his body would be all the proof we needed. Did I get that? I wonder, did I get that right? Like, why would you plant the tip of the knife in the thing? It's always fun seeing other streams or watching the recommended of people who pop into chat. We meet many excellent people that way.
Yeah, we do!
We meet excellent people and we be excellent to each other. And
We make a nice, happy place, little communities on Twitch. It's really good.
it's really nice. So yeah, this is going to be very interesting. So we asked why the tip of the weapon found buried in his body would be all the proof we needed. Okay. What about if I try pressing and getting her to talk about why she moved the body in the first place? Let's go back to that. You put the tip of the knife in there and then you move the body? Why would you do that? You've always had a good head, really. Maybe you should ask, why did you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body?
It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk.
But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there?
The reason for that is simple.
Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body. And that's changed this part here.
The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan.
Ah, there you go. You have tied it directly to our jar now. Threatened your plan. Well, we still managed to find a bunch of them, but yeah. Or at least press on this one a bit. Hold it! Pieces of the jar. You mean...
Yes, that wretched jar that you showed us earlier.
Back here, bear me.
In order to show that Dark committed that crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body.
So, when you first found the body, the jar was already...
Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead, and Drake was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle.
Is she? What's the matter, Emma?
Apparently, the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have the feeling there's more to it than that.
There must be a contradiction here somewhere.
Anyway, I completed this fabrication completely alone.
Uh-huh. So I wonder if it's at this piece here that I've got to, get you to then talk about the jar a little bit more. I'm gonna try it. Because you've directly tied it into there, so I'm gonna try it. Objection! Objection! There you go. Yes. Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I'm compelled to bring it to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony.
Contradiction? In my testimony?
You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the event threatened my plan."
That's right.
Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood.
Yes. The prosecutor must have written it in his final moments.
Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. So yeah. Couldn't have possibly... Yeah, good point, good point. The jar would have had to have been broken at another point in time. Possibly by somebody else to further fabricate things, yes. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. Not on the Jar Jar. Don't shatter the Jar Jar. You may hate him in Star Wars, but don't shatter him. He didn't deserve that. Ahmed Best really did not deserve that. We should all apologize to him, seriously. Order! Order! Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. The bloody message, which is also bloody. We may be missing something critical here.
Something critical?
Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed.
What?
Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Very well, the witness may now continue her testimony. Next up, the Jar Jar and the bloody message. Let's go.
I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
I know immediately what to contradict here with. I know immediately the problem that is going on here. Cause you're sure you got all the pieces there and then. But what about the piece of the jar that we put together where the lines on where the lines of blood are still pretty intact? Every other part was you know, wiped off and smeared and smudged off to leave only like the you know, like the dots and the residues. But the bit we found that had they had all the full lines on it, that was found in a certain person's locker, was it not? So I think I can know immediately how, almost immediately, let's just double check it, but yeah, I think I know how to contradict this straight away. But of course we will get all the flavor text, because, you know, we got to. You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Cheers. I guess I can try and read through this all quickly, because again, I believe I know what to prop up and contradict with. But let's get all the information that we need. Hold it! So the jar was already broken?
It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier.
It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case.
But not as feeble as the judge's judgment and his hairline. If we're gonna go that way, thanks.
Phoenix catching strays like he always does. Oh man. You are an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces?
Normally I would have.
It was dark in the room, you didn't have time to check it out. Yeah, wasn't it still thunderstorming at the time that you came in? I wonder. Anyway, hold it! So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar?
No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust.
Well, this helps my case. Oh dear.
Lana, you'd do that for me?
It seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. This is rather shocking. Say if you wiped away all. Yeah, that does make sense. Hold it! I had a bit of a voice crack when I did that one. Let me try that again. Hold it! There we go. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood.
What else could I have done in that situation? Lana!
I only had a few moments.
There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces.
They were large, so I'm sure I got them all. But no, you didn't though, but I'm gonna let you, talk a bit more about that very quickly. Hold it! But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office.
A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go. I never miss anything. I got every last piece.
But again, no you didn't. I'll let you say this last bit first and then we'll get to it. Hold it! So you illegally rearranged the crime scene?
Yes. I don't have any excuse for my actions. I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I've treated you so badly all this time.
Oh, but it's not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up. After we've gotten to the bottom of this incident.
Oh, no doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office.
More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony.
Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way.
I think I finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around.
Yep. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. Again, the plain fact of the matter is, no you didn't, so I just need to go over the evidence to pick the one that proves that, no you didn't. Is it the jar again, just to prove that part of the message is still pristine and unwiped away and untouched? Do I just go for the jar again, maybe? What if I just go for that again, while I just double check everything else again? Just make sure there. Good thing about was wiping them clean away before they were discovered. And to be honest, maybe we could contradict with this as well, because at the same time, if you had wanted to be that clean, that purely just hasn't happened because of the circumstances under your control, because as you see, on the jar, again, the lines that are unblemished still remain on it, so yeah. That is absolutely what's going on here. So, I guess we can just go for this one. Hey, Celestial's back! As competent as this girl is, I honestly prefer Maya. And a lot of people like Emma Skye as a character as well in the situation, but Maya was there for the role just because that's how she was written, as be the primary assistant. That's sort of her shtick, that's sort of her role. And, yeah. Not to say that Emma is a bad character, but it's just, she's only there temporarily in most cases. But anyway, we contradict you by showing you that, again, it wasn't your fault, but the jar still has unblemished, unwiped away lines on it. I am so sorry to say. Objection! Objection! Miss Skye, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe.
In the chief's safe?
But how?
I knew it. She really didn't know.
There's something even more disturbing about the final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. Yes, indeed. Oh, but couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? Objection! I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may very well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Can you believe that? Objection! Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that. Maybe I am senile all this time, and I had no idea. There's no way a name could have been written on the shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? Objection! The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? No! I am boating. Please leave me alone. I already have enough stress in my life. I love how edgy Simon was at this point in the game. Yeah, he's actively like trying to work alongside us across the prosecutor's desk. He's like, yeah, I want this bad truth to be done with it, and this is what he's prepared to do. Because I think he's planning this to be like his final big hurrah to say, I am done with this stuff. So this is like Edgeworth's literal mic drop moment to help us across the desks, which normally would not happen, but yeah. Oh wait, I'm not the one on trial here! Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposefully hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? I don't know my legal jargon, but... No, willful misleading of the courts is that's perjury. I was about to say perjury, but that's willful misleading of the courts. I think it's a little bit more than just simple evidence tampering. Oh, it is literally just that. Okay, tampering and fabrication, yeah. Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma. And therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Skye became the Chief's puppet.
No, I did it all on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the Chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients.
Foul lies? Oh, imagine that coming from my own client! Van always catches strays, and it will never stop. The strays will never be stopped being caught by him, definitely. I'm just looking at notifications that quickly, it's fine. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth? Judge, shut up.
Wait a minute. What if... we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap?
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Have you seen a ghost or something? Lana, Maybe Wright after all. What do you mean, Wright?
So you do tell far lies then, Mr. Wright?
Shut up, Emma. Miss Sky, please testify once more.
What?
If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall.
Miss Sky, if you will.
I can't.
There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth.
Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
This after we caught Von Karma for manipulating Edgeworth into believing he killed his own father. Yep. The gaslighting, the puppet pulling the strings, and the gaslighting do be real in this video game, it seems. All right, the witness may testify once more for the final time. This is going quicker than I thought it would, actually. Holy shit. Testifying about the actual crime scene. Okay. Oh, you can tell it's on because cross-examination and testimony theme music is to its harder version. You can hear it go just like, yeah. Bam, bam.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor's sword. Emma and Stark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
And that's what I'm planning to do for you.
Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor's sword?
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning.
What? To me?
It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed.
But I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture. But I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana.
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her then.
So let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere.
Oh. Of course. And doing it in the very sneaky way as well, as to not, like, get on anyone's bad side, yeah. You know which game you'll love the trials to when you get to his trials and tribulations? You're really selling me on that game number 3, aren't you? I mean, I do see that, like, the strongest good reception is for Trials and Tribulations. You're really trying to sell me on it, aren't you? We've got to go through game number 2 first, and then we'll get to number 3, and I'm sure we'll enjoy it there as well, so don't worry about it, we'll get there. Right, but I think what I'm going to do very, very quickly for y'all here is take some quick time to do a quick intermission, do the usual ad break and stuff, because I think this is a good time to do that. And I will reveal what I know about where this photo could be. So, before we do that, like I said, we're going to take our break here. As we always do, Twitch people, we run the hourly ad breaks to get rid of pesky pre-rolls and let you take some time for yourself as well so that you don't miss anything either. YouTube land people, there's no break to highlight. We will move straight on to the next bit. No cuts, no breaks or anything like that. But if you need to pause and go do some self-care business yourself before coming back to continue the video, please make sure you do that. It's very important that you make sure you're having a good time, you're taking care of yourselves, and you're being the best person that you can be. So yes, I shall reveal where this picture is when we come back from this quick break. I'll see you in a few minutes. Alright, hello. I am ready to reveal what I have figured out and known about where our picture is secretly hidden. But before we do that, hello and welcome back if you've taken a break before continuing the video. I hope you had a pleasant one. And if you're enjoying what you see here, don't forget to let me know, particularly in the YouTube highlight, by leaving likes and comments down below. I appreciate those. And if you want to go further with your love and support and check out, be in the know for more videos coming out in the future of whatever we do, whatever we get up to here. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. All of those things are very, very good and very, very appreciated if you decide to go through with that. Right! So, a photo apparently Lana bestowed upon us. We saw no photo. She's saying that she gave it to us in this morning. So there must be another vessel in which this photo was secretly stashed to try and keep it away from the prying eyes of maybe people that shouldn't get a look in. Check. The evidence law book. I just love the little chick in the detective's hat, the big smoke pipe. That is so cool. I love it. Oh, but answer that. Pia! Pia, pia! Like a little chick sound. Oh, I love it. I mean, there's nothing to say on it, but, what are you getting me to look at here? Oh, you're gonna open. Oh my god, it's a photo! We got it! We got the thing. Hey, there's a picture here! Oh, and a macabre one it is.
Oh my! Is this the actual crime scene?
No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Lana's picture of the crime scene photo, the true crime scene photo, taken from the case 2 years ago, now into my court records.
Mr. Wright? That piece cut out from his vest? Could that be?
The cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe! What's this?
This is a handprint, isn't it?
One that we discovered to be Emma's handprint on it. Let me get a closer look at the photo there quickly. I'm like, where do you actually look at the photo? I see. Oh, okay, I see now. There's a big ripping hole. A big ripping chunk of his like waistcoat taken out of it. So I see that now. Okay. Yeah.
That cloth. It had fingerprints on it. Whoever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer.
Oh, if you knew what we knew, Emma, you wouldn't be so brash as to say that. We never told Emma. Didn't we? We never told Emma when we did the fingerprint ID match that the fingerprints on the piece of cloth taken from his thing actually belonged to Emma. We never told her that. We were like, oh, no, it's nothing. Nobody important. Don't worry about it. This is our real murderer, but I'm not going to say who it is because, yeah, the truth is too horrible to bear. But let's go.
What? But those fingerprints... They're yours, Emma!
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
Anyway, let's go on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay then. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marches at the... I'm interrupted right away. Oh, hold it! Oh, come now, Ajay. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant? What? Now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. Objection! I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort.
This must be that risk we were talking about earlier.
Oh, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. Damn, Edgeworth, that's cold! I love that line. Ah, so what? You think I'm worried? Uh-huh. Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Oh, yes, that's true. Oh, wait! You mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. But someone does. Someone? So, what's your excuse, righto? Ah! Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is this true, Mr. Wright? The trap. This is the bear trap. Waiting. Out on the open roads. And if we were not looking down upon the ground, we'd have fallen upon that, because we very easily could say, yes, we do. However, that gets Emma implicated. That gets Emma found guilty of a murder. That gets Lana then... she's free to confess to literally everything else, doing in Bruce Goodman and all that stuff, so she'd get done away for that. And the master puppeteer would walk free. It's a bear trap. You're trying to get me to walk into it. Hello, Alone and Figment. We are figuring out how this ending is going to go down right now, and it's very exciting. Very much so.
If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
So what do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Which is why I'm going to confidence save over my own progress. Don't ask me how I can do that. Magical turbo lawyer powers go. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall?
It's time for me to tell my little bit of a white lie. Because then we could use, when asked and preyed upon for asking why we would have withheld a piece of evidence, up until later, when we get pinned down for it, we show the rules for evidence. Must be relevant to the trial if it's unregistered, and nothing can be shown without the approval of the police department. I think more likely it's going to be rule number 2 that we're going to say. So, yeah. In order to save our own skin and save literally everybody's skin that we want to save, it's time to tell a little white lie. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? Ha! You lie! Chief Gant? You opened my safe! I know what you took inside. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. Nuh-uh. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? Oh, that means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence? This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department! It's gonna take a scandal to reveal a scandal, unfortunately, yes. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit to it? I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating her! You son of a biscuit!
I'd say something stronger, but I'm trying to keep things like PG. You know. I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. Which was still right to do. Joe Dark still did kill 5 people just on a complete crazed outburst of rage. That part you can't blame yourself for, Edgeworth. Stop it. My poor little meow meow. You need to love yourself a bit more. Stop it. Get some help. So, yeah. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe? But why? For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for? A fool of a toque? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. Objection! But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too? Oh, ha, 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 ho. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Come on, Righto. Cough it up already! I know you have it.
So what are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe? Yes, I admit it. I don't want to have to do that, being chief and all.
but it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it before it was too late. It's been a long battle, but the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess it up here, victory is mine. Is now when we show our trump cards? Or do we still say, nuh-uh, we don't got it? And time to use a 2-page law document that somehow exists. Right. Yeah, it could... I mean, it could be. I mean, is that... Wait, is that what I've got to present here? Because I'm having a look at the thing here. Oh, but now wait. Okay. A thought is occurring. Look at the pattern of the bloodstains out of Neil Marshall's mouth. Like all of that blood that he coughed up. See how the pattern is going across the bit of his waistcoat that got cut out? That should then say to me that could only have been made in such a way after the piece of cloth was cut from the waistcoat. And then if I have a look at said piece of cloth, it is completely clean apart from the fingerprints. This is yet more fabrication. I don't know how the piece of the waistcoat was cut off and when it was done, but it sure as heck wasn't done before Neil Marshall coughs up the blood here, because that stain where the hole in the waistcoat is would not have existed in that way. I don't know if it's, I don't know, like, that's how we're gonna prove everything is like that? Oh, yeah. It's not saying to me I'm gonna get penalty points for this, but I imagine maybe if I made the wrong decision, it might be time to reset here, which is why I did my confidence save. So there we go. Just in case that I didn't. Just in case that I did not. And... I think now might be the time to... Now might be the time to push everything and then work out with what we just figured out that, yeah. It is time to say... Fine! You can have your evidence, you silly bean. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. Would be said piece of cloth, which came from his safe. Yes, it would. Take that! Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest?
Oh, yes! At last you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather, there must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean? It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it. Righto had all this time to present this evidence. School buses have been cancelled because you hear in the news that the snowstorm. Well... that's probably the university's way of saying that, might be the safer option to not take time out to get there, unless it's like somewhere where you can get to safely. I don't know, yeah, just like give them a notification and say like, because snowstorm is going, school buses are not running, and so maybe it's probably safe I you know, take this day off or something. If you're allowed to do that. But yeah, just stay safe out there, okay? But anyway. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright? Do you really know?
And you're not gonna like the news on this one, sorry girl. Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. But it should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is young Emma Skye. Take that! Emma? Emma Skye?
What? They're mine?
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
Oh! You really are something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true. Tragic but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
Hold it! How could you? You monster!
Miss Skye,
You knew whose fingerprints were there all along, yet you acted like she really didn't.
no. Miss Skye, it's not over yet.
What?
I said this trial isn't over yet. Oh, but I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. Oh, boo-hoo. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. Saying absolutely nothing. Holding until the moment to mic drop. I'm loving this. I'm loving this a lot. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue. Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Skye, wasn't it? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, This piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. Because again, like we checked out, how can the bloodstain be thrown onto the shirt in such a way? And if that is the way that it's presented, then that means it is impossible for the blood to have gotten on the piece of the waistcoat that was cut. As we see, again, the piece of cloth completely clean, zero blood at all, just fingerprints, just a full handprint. So this proves your timeline of events is all hecked up, my dude, and you're trying to use that to get out of something that you have truly done. Truly horrible that you've done, shall I say. So yes, it is time for me to go. Take that! And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood, and that's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured, blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth! Which... there is no blood on it! Oh! Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense! Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him on the armor's sword? Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue and make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. You have insured... see what I'm doing there? You have ensured that you were going to be found out for all of this, you son of a biscuit. Get that. Get wrecked. No take backsies. See you in heck, buddy. No! It's finally all over. Objection! Oh, that was close, Righto. You almost had me. Huh? Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. Ah. Order! What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Ajay? Earlier, old Wright here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Wright-o? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. But it's not illegal anymore, because we are following a good-known law. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
But that's not fair!
Oh, did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth. True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? It seems, at last, the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? Here we go. Do that there. So, let's read carefully. The options say I did or I did not. It's heck, it's BS. I did not hit her. I did not hide this evidence. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. So what's the wording actually meant to say here? I did. Like, yes, I hid it, but not illegally. I think I'm gonna say I did not, but yeah. Just gonna do a second save just in case I didn't forget to do that. Yeah, I basically did, but yeah. It pays to be sure. But yeah, the whole point. He purposefully and legally concealed the piece of cloth. Yes. Yes. So, it's BS. I did not do it. I did not. I admit, I refused to present it at one point. So the evidence is illegal. Objection! No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean, you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved with presenting evidence. No, Archie, don't listen to his lies! He's nothing but a coward! You can't really believe— Objection! There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now. Gladly. Take that! This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. And specifically, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. We are now following rule number 2 since the evidence has become relevant. And it is now implicating your face. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth. Nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying I did not have approval for the police department. Rule 2. unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here is the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Objection! Sorry, but can you recall, when was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago! No... He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Oh, yes! Said like a true nodding judge is going, oh, yes! Oh, yes! Yep. The man dug his own 6-foot hole and is now proceeding to walk right over it. Or rather, the bear trap was laid, indeed. But unwittingly, he stopped paying attention to the roads. No! It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant! The killer was you! How very male strong hearts coded of you. Because again, we have played through the events of the Great Ace Attorney, both 1 and 2. We know the entire there. Oh my god. Me when I hear someone say 67, Jesus Christ. No. Or vice versa. Yes, male strong hearts, how very Damon Gant of you. Oh, the parallels are there now that I'm seeing it. Just... Chef kiss. I knew. I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum! For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to re-investigate the case. He recruited Angel Star, then convinced Bruce Goodman... Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you gotta help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand this all over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife! I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would only lead to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying too much about the floor. I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car. I'm sorry. I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You'll make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Leaving the prosecution's car aside. How? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker? I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragments in the glove? Yes. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Hot diggity dang. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Aji. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. And I really wanted those noodles. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. I knew you as you used to be, long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Aji. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wrighto here, and Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. Ominous much? Wow. There are two things I want you to understand.
Yes?
First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky? You no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence, up until today.
So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble.
My. What high standards you have. For a rookie.
Huh?
I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Miss Sky.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hmm? Strongheart was worse about admitting his guilt. Yeah, he was, like, really cutthroat about it. I did this because I had the vision of the perfect Victorian society, crime-free! And make it work in all of my design. And that design was just cruel, twisted, and just downright just wrong. Yeah. Way more upfront about it. Damon is just like, oh, well, my time is up in the jig, but, if they're that persistent about getting me, then maybe I can leave the future into their hands. Yeah. Yeah, Strongheart was just... I could have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. And didn't really... You know, and didn't do that, yeah? Whereas Gant... Yeah, I think for one thing, ended up not really having that much of a big body count at the end of the day. Though he did personally do it at those times. Personally doing in Goodman. Personally finishing off Neil Marshall in that way. Yeah, they both had a big web of lies and strings of marionettes playing to try and keep their, you know, heinies clear of trouble. I think Strongheart was a lot more... I think his web of controlling everything from the sides was a bit more deep and a bit more of how would I describe it? What's the best way to say it? I don't know if worse is the right word, but it's definitely, you know, Strongheart I think did worse than Gant at the end of the day. Both are bad, but Strongheart was definitely maybe worse is the right word, yeah. Probably by just like a little bit, but Strongheart was, yeah, way more worse about it and kind of, sort of, way less remorseful about it as well. Like, he really truly had that, you know, Mystery Inc. reveal the bad guy, who says, I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. Damon Gant's attitude was like, I could have gotten away with it, but, you know, if they're that good, then the future's bright. Basically, yeah. I'm fine to, like, leave it as it is. So, yeah, there you go. Anyway.
You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
No, stop it! I only did my job. Ah, we can make this sprite so much better by just giving Edgeworth very rosy, you know, like anime style, like rosy cheek lines here, the pink circle underneath, and like red rosy lines like that. It's like, or at the very least, just like turn his entire like face just like a deep hint of like hot pink, just from the sheer secondhand embarrassment. Just we can make this sprite so much better in this stitch. I'd love it. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is, you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? Stop that!
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. She's just relieved, yeah.
That's all it is.
Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Skye, not guilty.
Woo! We win the day! At the end.
That is all. This court is adjourned. Now, what did Damon Gant say about that nice noodle man that moved in just recently? I think I might go for some noodles now. Bye!
And that's why the judge closes court for today. He's gonna go to the brand new noodle shop. We've had him go to like bowling meets. We've had him take kids to ballet recitals. Just basically going for cold ones with the guys from the other judicial departments. And this time, just wants to go for a bowl of ramen at the end of the day. So there you go. When they're going to bring the courtroom fireworks back? They learned their lesson back in Victorian England. They made that lesson plain to see for the entirety of the world. If fireworks, like if big braziers of fire, weren't enough of a fire and safety hazard, combining that with fireworks is just a recipe for disaster just all across the board. So yeah, I think they learned a lesson all the way back in Victorian eras. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Right then. So before we move on here to February 25th at 5:03 PM, District Court Defendant Lobby number 2, we're gonna have this music play because it's gonna be nice and it's gonna be nice and gentle and such. But we are gonna go for another quick break, and that'll give us plenty of time to wrap up with the epilogue of the game, epilogue of the episode and such. Give us plenty of time to do that and enjoy it. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Come on back to us in a few short minutes in Twitch chat after we've run the ads and such and got rid of pesky pre-rolls and everything like that. YouTube land, of course, there's no breaking the highlight. We always do cut them out, so you'll move on straight to the next part. But if you need to pause before continuing and do some self-care business, please go and do that. That's a great idea. And yeah, we just want to make sure you're enjoying yourselves and you're taking great care of yourselves. And yeah, with that said, we're going to do the epilogue when we come back from the break. I'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome on back, everybody. It is time to see and enjoy the epilogue of this Rise to the Ashes case and get everything sorted. Let's enjoy. Here we go.
At long last, it's finally over.
Emma? Why the long face? Don't try and actually act like a horse, jeez. I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended.
I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well.
You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Gummy. It's me, Ding-a-ling, Bing Bong. No, we are not doing this again. We are done with this whole thing again. Oh my god, we are doing it again. I've just been in this place before. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Okay, bye. Wait a minute, Detective Gumshoe. For the third bloody time we've done this now. What is it? Hey, you're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run around all on duty. And to top it all off, you call me here. Look, I've seen happier people at funerals. Seriously. 3 times this entire shtick has been done during this case. Oh, man. Although in this case, is it even true? Because technically, is Gumshoe even still, like, officially a detective? Like, in official capacity? I don't know. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
Big sis! Lana!
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. I won't tell if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology.
It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it.
That day, 2 years ago. Was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess.
Sis?
I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew.
But sis, you were only doing it for me.
No.
Huh?
I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth. I was deceiving you.
Sis.
I'm such a fool. And it took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry.
But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now.
You're happy?
Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have.
Oh, Emma. Emma!
Yay! That's so nice! Such a great picture! So sweet, aw.
Love it. I love it. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it's from there that we can move on towards a brighter future. At least, that's what I felt, watching the two sisters make up. And greater words couldn't possibly have spoken. Taken straight from an RPG, I think those lines were.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe,
Me?
thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
Pretty much in a way of like, Edgeworth, heel, come here and take your pets and pats on the head and and scritches under your chin for being a good boy. For being a good boy. Take your compliments, for crying out loud. Where was he hiding? just came to say congratulations.
Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Edgeworth!
Right. Well, I'll be going now.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened.
Hmm?
We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
It's too late for me. Huh? No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. Cut from the same cloth, now join the dark side. We have cookies, Edgeworth. Come over to the dark side, Edgeworth. Search your feelings, Edgeworth. You know it to be true, Edgeworth. One day, I'm sure you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down, once you try to go it alone. I do despise criminals. I planned to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth! Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma,
Huh?
were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake.
Hmm?
You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone.
Hmm?
You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah, totally. I'm listening. Jeez, what is this, a pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright! Show him what Lana's talking about!
It's evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. Eh? I mean, I can spend as many times as I'd like to in this point here. Would it have been the law? Would it have been the evidence law book that we actually, is that there? Like, what, like, these last little bits, so I'm, like, so confused as to... Something that shows that we, though, you know, we're true friends, we're true buddies and whatever. It's like, what? What it actually wants me to do at this point? Oh, wait a minute. Because Edgeworth had the half of it. And you probably... Okay, you threw this entire thing into the light because you had the other half of the evidence list that completed the picture. Oh. Oh, okay. It probably is this. Let's try it. Take that!
That's the picture I drew!
Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't be able to completely restore Emma's picture.
That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's time for me to go.
Mr. Edgeworth?
If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. You'll never take a compliment, I swear. Edgeworth! What will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember. This is where hand goes on the shoulder. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. The path he must walk alone. He's on his way. He's on his way. He's on the way. He's on the way. I will have to. So it just goes into that song. Send me on my way. Why not? My God.
I'd better be going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation?
It's the same chick mascot on the front of it. That's so cute. I love it.
It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well.
Thanks, sis. I will.
Yeah. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. That's still such a brilliant picture, though. So sincere, I love it. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. Hey, old friends. And husbando. A journey to rediscover myself. Hey, well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Oh, what is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak around for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Oh, way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright's the one who'll be footing the bill. Yeah, what, you think you can afford it on my salary? I can only get pot noodles, you gotta be kidding me, pal.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. If it's gonna happen, I think it's gonna happen now. Say it with me, chat. Oh, apparently not yet. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Objection!
Objection! Golden Retriever Gummy. Gummy would be a good name for dog. Oh wait, I gotta read all this so we're getting ready.
I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back into the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma.
Working with the sis. Sisterly, it's a sister act, definitely. I'll sum up my thoughts in a moment, but yeah, I've got to catch up with everybody's, ending lines here. Which is weird, because this is the extra case, it happens twice, technically, in the video game. Yikes! I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalize you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. Just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily. I'm like a piece of dog poop you can't get off your gumshoe. Can't get rid of it that easily. Very unique credits as well, using the fingerprint powder. It's very, very fun. Okay, who else is speaking? Oh my god, it's you! My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy! Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard! My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show him though, someday I'm gonna make detective! Yes, sir, that I could be just like that big gumshoe! I actually had to remember which one was my, Did I have the right voice on? Did that sound like it was coming out of like a megaphone of some kind? I hope that was the right one. Oh god. Oh god! Oh god, no! Get it away! It's scaring me! It scares me! You found it in the back rooms! I don't want it! Don't do it! This is so fun. This is so FNAF coded, I don't like this. Get it away! Get it out of my face! Oh god. Well, it can't hurt anybody anymore. There you go. Oh, dear me. But who else has to speak here? That was a bullhorn sound. Okay, it sounded like a bullhorn. That's good. Okay, we got it right. Oh, it's Jakey. What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Miss Star managed to sneak this in for me. She's seeing one in the guard's office, seems. Well, cowboy, looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? That's Meekins' job. And surely that isn't a hard task for even somebody like Meekins to do. Hatsune Meekins. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, it's you! Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. Mm-hmm. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The Wright Way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
You gotta cut through all the like the white bait and the natto on top of it, and then you get to the delicious steak underneath. I see what you did there. You gotta have bad stuff before you can have good stuff. Oh, Judgy gets a line. I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he'd been doing something or other for how many years? No, well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be huh? Oh no! I forgot my gavel! Sorry, gotta go! Oh my god, Judgy. He's so aloof sometimes. Gotta love it when he is. Those guys translating everything. And these guys in particular. Very, very good, very, very good. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Who else?
Oh my god! Ah!
Sorry.
Nothing soothes at the soul like fresh country air. Sometimes, I do miss hearing your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Maya, afternoon's training's about to begin.
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick.
I thought that first art was literally just screaming, not sighing in relief. Oh, dear me. I think everybody involved in this incident has had a chance to speak, apart from Emma. Oh wait, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea.
What's going on? I'm about to think. That's not what I think it is. It's gotta be something else.
Emma! Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Oh, you're making me do it. You're making me open it, huh? Oh, she put a gift in it or something. Like, oh my god, if it's the one where they're hugging. Is it the photo where they're hugging? Oh, no. Oh, it's a letter. A letter? Oh, no.
A photo! Oh, from back when. Oh, with a little Emma. Oh, that's lovely.
Damn, they get you with some good, like, photos, some good pictures. They really do. Love it. And there it is. Episode 5 of Ace Attorney 1 cleared. And thus, it's all done. And it's like, how does it come back to us? There you go, it's all done! My word, my goodness, my good golly goodness, yes. Is this like the, oh no, that would be the artwork for everything, so I don't want to spawn myself on that one. Now I'll sort that later. Like, I'm usually now going into the gallery to get the thumbnail sorted, the thumbnail image sorted, but I'll save that. But yeah! It was a long haul, definitely. I see why people are like, get ready for Rise of the Ashes to take like nearly the entire length of the base game to complete, because very literally, it pretty much did that. Like, extended the game time by literally double, like almost double. But I had fun with it? Yes, I did, definitely. It ended in such a great way with the parallels to a case that we did in the Great Ace Attorney with the parallels there. I love seeing that. Great images and yeah, getting to the solutions eventually. And I think figuring out most things myself, it was really, really good. But yeah. I know some people are like, maybe it's a bit too long for its own good, but I think it was a very fun case for what it was doing. And then it would make more things make more sense in later editions down the line, I'm sure. But yar! We have done with Ace Attorney 1. The case where the Phoenix did indeed rise and his tale began. And you know what that means when we're back for the next time out? We go to the episode selection. So yeah, again, want to summarize there. Good, very solid. Like, I see why it's so beloved, and you know, people do still like to revisit it. And that means we're looking forward to stuff later down the line. But yeah, that's all of it wrapped up for the first game. Of course, when we move on to the next one very, very soon, it'll be great. Feels like a good send-off for the episode 1 characters. Oh yeah, it's really it was treated very well. The stories were you know, compelling and pretty. I enjoyed going through them, and yeah, all those characters getting like decent send-offs until they either make long-awaited appearances later down the line or doing whatever else. It was very enjoyable, but again, like doubling the length of the game basically. I don't know if I don't know if it really like needed the entire length of it, but maybe just to get you used to like how later games will probably do their like episode lengths and such. But no, we managed it. We managed it, and it was fun. It was superb. It was a great start to this entire trilogy. So let me use my S's this time. Let me say a and a brilliant thank you for sticking with the episode today, and for maybe the entire series if you've seen it up to this point here. It's been brilliant to have you, and we really hope you've enjoyed it. Of course, for people in my Twitch land right now, if there's anything that you've missed and want to watch back on, do not worry, we will have this ready for you on the Laura Petalford highlights channel. This video will be ready to see in roughly about a week's time, and that'll be your chance to catch up, see things that you've missed in this episode, or just watch it back through all the way again and enjoy it once again. That's free for you to do so, like I said, in about a week's time. But if it is ready right now and you are watching this in YouTube land, thank you for making it this far. Thank you for watching the ending episode of my Phoenix Wright playthrough today. And if you've been catching up with the entire series so far, absolute troopers! I really hope you've been enjoying it. And if you have been enjoying things here, do not forget to let me know by leaving your likes and comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to catch up with the uploads of this particular long old series here. Don't forget that, also don't forget to link, check the links in the description if you want to see links to my social feeds. The Discord link will be there as well, and the Twitch link will be there right there as well. If you want to potentially come along to catch some of my streams live as they're done, we would love to have you there. We'd welcome you with open arms. And yeah, do with that what you will. We'd love to have you, that's all I'm saying. Okay. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, finitoed. That means to say, the chronology will continue in our next episode. I'm looking forward to it, where the next time out, we begin the tale playing Ace Attorney, Justice for All, number 2 in this trilogy, number 2 in the original release, and this is going to get very tasty later, and you know where to be if you want to come along and see me continue the chronology playthrough as we start Justice for All in our next episode of the whole shabam, the whole series. We'd love to have you for it, but until then, please stay and stay awesome. If we have improved your day as a result of today's video, then we are more than happy with that. We hope to have you back for another one in the future, so we can do exactly the same for you. And whenever that may be the case, like I said, stay and stay awesome, and have a good time with whatever your plans are following on from this. If it's more of my videos, then thank you and please enjoy. But in any case, thank you very much for enjoying today's episode and the ending of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney 1. And yeah, like I said, next time, Ace Attorney 2 is where we are going to go to continue our chronology, continue our good times, continue our objections, and the search for truth. We'd love to have you for some more. And until then, guys, have a good one. Thank you very much for enjoying, and take care of yourselves.